It's Flynn's Cars 108, playing the 80s, 90s, and now is what we're doing on your Monday morning. Hey, thanks a lot for hanging out with us. We are Pat and AJ.
It's 8:42. It's going to be partly cloudy. Really nice day. Highs near 48.
Okay, so we're happy that he carved out a few seconds to talk to us this morning, but we have now on the horn the mayor of Rochester Hills, Michigan, Mayor Bryan Burnett. Hey, good morning, Mayor.
Hey, good morning. How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Great.
Good.
Yeah, we're giving you a call about one of the more famous Michiganders and more so a native of your land. We're talking about Madonna. And Madonna has been back in the news because apparently she's not a big fan of her home state. And definitely not a fan of the folks of Rochester Hills. And you've taken kind of a bone with this, as you should, along with Congresswoman Debbie Dingell as well. Have you now? How long have you been mayor of Rochester Hills for?
Almost 9 years, actually, this month.
Okay, wow. And is it one of those things that, on the town sign it says home of Madonna or something like that? Do you guys kind of flaunt the fact that Madonna's from your town?
Well, it's not on our city sign, but we do have a community wall of fame, and her picture and her accomplishments do hang in our city's museum on our community wall of fame. So, I mean, we have and are proud of her accomplishments, which is why her remarks, I think, were somewhat biting.
Well, yeah, because, she was talking to Us Weekly, and then she did an interview with Howard Stern. She has.
What's her beef? What's her problem?
I don't know. Well, her beef seems to be she says that Rochester Hills is basic, which, by the way, basic is a huge insult now.
Oh, good.
Like if you call someone basic. But yeah, I mean, what do you think her beef is with Michigan as a whole?
I in my letter, I certainly don't pretend to put myself in her shoes, and wouldn't pretend to guess what her issue is with our city or our state. But what I wanted to use the opportunity was, obviously she has a tremendous influence, and anyone whose introduction to our community was going to be via her comments, I wanted them to know that, frankly, in our community's opinion, those comments were misguided, and there is anything but a very basic community here. We are one of the most innovative places in America, and we're just recently recognized as one of the 10 best places to live in the country by Money Magazine. So, yeah, we definitely took issue. I took issue with the comments and wanted people to understand that the Rochester Hills that she recalls is quite different today.
I'm reading your open letter to her right now, and I like the way you kind of point out that, hey, it's great that you're from here, but we have a lot of great people from the area, too, and then you list off especially a lot of women that have done great things that are also from Rochester Hills. Yeah. And I think your letter is really awesome.
Well, I didn't want to be, it wasn't my intention to pick a fight. Again, I don't know if I'll ever be able to change Madonna's opinion about Michigan or about Rochester Hills. But again, to let people know, and in the letter I mentioned two outstanding trailblazing women with a connection to Madonna, whose picture she hangs just a few yards from in our museum, and in hopes that she'd understand that she's part of a long line of leadership, and especially women in leadership who've come from our community.
I love your closing line. You say, I invite you back to Rochester Hills to see who we are and what we believe in. While we certainly don't need your stamp of approval, I am quite confident we would earn it.
Well, and I do hope that she takes us up on the offer to come back. Like I said, the reaction here in the community has been overwhelmingly supportive and positive. That letter that I wrote in just a few moments on a Sunday night a week or so ago is now been in print in about over 50 countries on 6 continents, and it's been much. Wow. I wish I had read it maybe 1 or 2 more times before I pushed that thing out. But no, I think that the message is positive. We're a great community. We're an innovative community. Yeah. We're proud of who we are. We're proud of her, and I hope she'll take some time to reconsider her recollections of our community.
Yeah, it is very...
She had kind of a rough upbringing, didn't she?
Well,
like a weird family life or something like that?
Look, I had a weird upbringing, too.
Well,
I still love my hometown.
Yeah, I was going to say that has nothing to do with where you were brought up.
But what I find interesting, and I'm curious how you feel about this, is because there's other, and we'll just stick with music here, but there's other Michigan artists, Eminem, who's a huge champion for Detroit, Kid Rock, who's a huge champion for Michigan as a whole. Guys like Seeger. They are so proud of it. It's so weird that she seems to be the one that kind of zigged when everyone else zagged.
You think she's just too big? I
don't know.
I think it may have gone to her head.
But, Mayor, that must drive you nuts. Every time you hear Eminem saying, I love Detroit, I'm not going to leave it. And meanwhile, here, your famous resident is like, I hate this place.
Well, we've had other residents, Brad Kozlowski, the NASCAR driver,
Yes.
Jenna Kramer, the country music artist. All of them have come to support the city's position, and that makes us proud. If there's one thing I've learned, and she may have too, it's that people, whether they're Madonna fans or not, don't appreciate when you forget your roots.
Yes.
And I think that's been
Absolutely.
a clear message that, at least in the feedback I've received, even people saying, I love her music, I love what she did, I'm proud of her, but it bothers me that she would say this about her home community.
Yeah. Well, and
I agree.
You may get your shot to talk to her because, her daughter, Lourdes, believe it or not, has grown up and going to college now. She's going to Michigan State, right? Or is it
U of M.
All right, U of M. She's going to U of M. So, the kid's in state. Mom's got to swing by every now and then to see how things are going. So,
And she also has a concert planned in Detroit later this summer, or actually in the fall. So that's, there'll be definitely opportunities to revisit, and I'd obviously be happy to show her our community, and we'll see if she responds.
are you going to buy a ticket to the show?
I have not yet.
Well, that'll be an opportunity for her to backpedal.
Yes,
so.
yes. Maybe she can purchase you one. So, all right. Mayor Bryan Burnett of Rochester Hills, thank you so much for
thank
talking to
you.
us. We're going to post your open letter on our website, WCRZ.com, just to put you over the top. I mean, I know it's been on every continent and in the New York Times, but our website in Flint, Michigan will obviously make it really big. So,
Well, this is a big day for us here. We appreciate that. Thanks, Pat and AJ.
all right. Thank you much. Have a great day.
No problem. Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.